Hello, Zero. Hello, 0 degrees Gemini. This is KJ with a short reading. Y'all know that Gemini, Mars in Gemini is trine my ascendant. No, sorry, trine my midheaven. Mars in Gemini has trined my midheaven and will remain that way for days the week of the full moon. So Mars in Gemini has trined my midheaven in Aquarius, and Gemini and Aquarius energy are very significant right now. So that's interesting. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles is about the adventure. The Six of Pentacles is about being resourceful. The Seven of Pentacles, we got the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Empress, and the World in reverse. So you look at what's going on in the cosmos right now. Pluto is retrograde. Saturn just went retrograde. Saturn does deal with boundaries. You know, people are still trying to heal. People are working on the next thing, you know. So with Saturn being retrograde, that's significant. Now we have Pluto, Neptune, Saturn, and Chiron is about to go retrograde. Chiron goes retrograde early August. So, you know, we look at our identity wounds again. You know, where, you know, we thought things would have turned out differently, you know, than they did. We look at that. And then we'll be back to looking at Chiron being in Taurus, which is about our self-worth. So essentially, it makes a difference. All those things in the cosmos makes a difference. So, yeah, the Seven of Pentacles is actually about the perseverance. It's releasing resistance. So, you got to persevere and live your life regardless of what happened in the past. It's not fair to hold people hostage, you know, like to just limit people to situations, because everyone has an obligation to their own path too. So limiting people to situations, you know, it's not fair. For me, I have the 3rd house and 9th house activation, as my Leo placements are in my Gemini house, and Aquarius is occupying my 9th Sagittarius house. So chances are I'll travel, even if it's just communicating short distance and long distance. My voice can travel. Therefore, my reach is more than just my immediate environment. God knows where people are watching me from, because not everyone says hello. Not everyone pops in and says hello on my feed, you know what I mean? But essentially, with the Three of Swords, we want to be more tender and less logical. So here we go again with the Leo Aquarius axis, which will be significant as we're having an eclipse in Leo. The South Node is in Leo, and the North Node is in Aquarius. So essentially, we're just, in a different space, Aquarius is reaching a broader audience. With the Five of Cups, we acknowledge what is, but we release our defensiveness. Like, if you think about how, you wanted positive things for people, and then maybe you got hurt, so your perspective changed. And then, futuristic. Maybe people are succeeding, people are having a change of fate, and maybe you are too. Essentially, we should be nourishing ourselves more, be worried less about how productive we are. For me, I don't seem like I need to worry about being productive, because I seem to work 6 days a week. They may not be long days all the time, but I seem to work all the time. So I think Gemini has some 10th house activity and Gemini rising. We gotta allow things to be complete. Release our attachment. With the World card in reverse, I feel like, you could always be a little attached to what happens, We could always be a little attached to what we think should happen, or if we deny that we're attached to what will happen, we could be surprised, right? So we have gratitude, we have leaving, we have let go, and we have money. Tapped into the universal supply of money. Yeah, so essentially we need to let go. Yeah, the past energy is leaving. Let go, the past energy is leaving. So, these cards go together. And essentially life is about moving forward. We can't live in the past. Anyone could want to live in the past and have feelings of nostalgia, but that doesn't mean we can physically live in the past. because there's things taking our attention every day, you know. So here we have this card. I am happy to be free of the problems of the past, and I welcome new experiences. Okay? We have let go. I let go of things that I've outgrown. Yeah, I mean, we outgrow things. We don't feel the same way towards organized religion as we did. I mean, some of us are, you know, not as connected to that. Like, I mean, dogma is just, it's dogma, you know, like it becomes too much, you know. Gratitude. Okay, let's talk about this gratitude card. I am grateful for many things in my life that bring me joy and comfort. The angels want you to remember, if you just pause and think for a moment, you might just recognize that you have so much to be thankful for. No matter how small these positive things might seem. I mean, it's true that somebody has it worse than you. I mean, like the city where I live, it is so much filled with drugs and homelessness and theft and crime. So you look at what's going on with other people and you realize that they have it worse than you do. I mean, even at your worst, you somehow manage to survive. The angels ask you to cut back on your spending and get the most of your money in line with the things that are most important to you. Angel number 88888 is a message to learn to manage your money better, as it can help you become financially secure and provide a safety net for any unpredictable situation. I feel like that is so important. It's so important. You got to figure out your finances. You got to figure out how to make it happen. You know, there is a natural rise and fall with income. It doesn't always stay the same. I mean, maybe there's people that have stable, steady income streams that don't fluctuate much. They don't rise, they don't fall. Maybe there's people that have a steady, stable income, and maybe other people have periods of time where they're earning more, and there's times where they're earning less. So you just take what comes. Like, my hours have been cut back a little bit, but I work every day, and somehow that works. Somehow we're taken care of. Believing that you can be taken care of. Believing in gratitude. Believing you'll have a reason to be grateful. That's positive. Some of us are just very connected to finances, and we keep it coming. We keep it coming. Maybe you're just surviving now, but maybe in 5 years you will be doing better than you imagined. So essentially, being tapped into the universal supply of money and being tapped into gratitude. It's a good thing. All right, so let's keep persevering. Let's be resourceful. With the 10 of Pentacles, maybe you had a complete cycle. Maybe you had a complete cycle with the poverty. Maybe you'll just be stable. Maybe you'll be able to do things you didn't imagine you would have been able to do. Okay? So, let's just keeping on. We can be tender. We can nourish ourselves. You know, we can accept whatever it is. You know, that there was some loss. But essentially, we let go. And we can grow. We can grow when we let go. Alright, so that's my message. We let go to grow. Thanks for watching.